I was pondering because I was in a quandary about what to speak of, and there's a couple of things that came to mind. One of them was about a hindrance that doesn't get enough respect, I think. We talk about the 5 hindrances all the time. 5 hindrances, we talked about them not last week, but the week before, I believe. The primary one is desire, and these are the Buddhist 5 hindrances. The primary one is desire, and that is wanting things to be different, than what they currently are. Desiring material things, but also desiring immaterial things like our ideas to blossom, that kind of thing, where there's not necessarily a material thing that has to be part of it. So basically wanting things to be different for us, in our world. It can be desire, and it can be very, very vast. And then the other hindrances, one of them, usually in order, is aversion or hatred, sometimes anger, ill will, all these different words that define this other hindrance. And that's a lot of people's favorite, the anger and the judgment and the self-judgment as well, and what that can bring up for us in the area of emotions and moods and we could call them feelings. And then also there's what is called sloth and torpor. This is the area of fatigue, drowsiness, boredom. Sometimes just being burnt out. We can be burnt out by anything. We can be burnt out if all these good things come rushing in again and again and again. We can even be burnt out by wonderful good things. So that's kind of an interesting hindrance. And then there's restlessness and worry, which is probably the people's number one favorite hindrance, and that is the habitual pattern of mind that comes around again and again and again, as far as worrying about something that has happened, or worrying about something that could be coming up in the future. The worry about the past is worrying that this thing might reoccur again, something that we're familiar with that we didn't like, that it could happen. If somebody broke into our home years ago, we could have a fear and a worry based on that happening again in the future. So and then restlessness could be restlessness in the body, just can't settle down, and that could really hamper somebody's meditation practice. But it could be a restlessness of mind too, where the mind cannot settle down, just like the body, the same kind of thing. We usually look at ourselves as mind and body, 2 different things. Some people look at it as one. So restlessness and worry is the 4th hindrance, and then the 5th hindrance is doubt. And that's actually the one I wanted to talk a little bit about. And doubt it usually comes up when we speak of doubt and when we have conversations about it. People can understand it, from being the opposite of faith. But primarily, the kind of doubt that I wanted to bring up is because I've experienced it, and I think we all have. And we don't really look at it in such a way that understanding it can be really, really beneficial. And that is the doubt that a certain teaching or a certain kind of teaching or a certain principle is meant for us. And an example of that is like if we're at a teaching, somebody is a very, very intelligent person. He's very, very highly respected, he or she, it doesn't matter. This is just an example that I'm creating. And they start telling us something such as, I'm going to teach about loving kindness, for example. I'm going to teach how important love is, how important it is to love yourself and to love others. Now, if we're on the receiving end of this, and we go, oh yeah, I've heard this so many times. I've heard this 100 times. This is for the other people. This isn't for me. That is, right off the bat, that is doubt. That is doubt that you can receive anything out of this teaching. You're doubting it that it's for you, or that it's meant for you, or actually it's meant for everybody. Doubting that you can gain any knowledge, or gain any wisdom, or gain anything from it. And so the mind gets closed up. The mind isn't open to receive these things. And it can happen very, very innocently. And I've experienced that myself. I've had some teachings before, thinking, well, yeah, this is really good. I like this person's delivery, and I can learn something by listening to their delivery and listen to how they teach this certain subject to these other people. But I've heard this before. I doubt I could learn anything by it. And so I miss the boat, I really miss the depth of the teaching, and the open, miss, not having an open mind and open heart to receive the teachings or the words. And the reason I know that has happened is because many, many months or even years after the teaching, this happened several times, where I find a new interest in that subject, that I sat in front of somebody and they actually taught it, and I've got a new interest in that subject, and it's kind of like, God darn, I've heard these wonderful teachings, but I wasn't open at that time to receive them, because I thought I knew everything. It takes some humility to say that, but so I learned to be open, for all teachings, even the most basic little teaching, and to be open to all the concepts, all the everything that's out there, and to really be hungry for these lessons, because everything is meant for each of us all the time. We're never excluded. Pay respect and be worthy of something. We have to leave our heart and minds open to receive all these things. And if we actually feel that they're not going to do any justice for us, that they're not good for us, then we can turn that around and let it go. Watch out for the doubt that we might have. The doubt that a teaching might not be for us, because that is the most dangerous kind of doubt I feel that we can have. I can't think of anything worse right now than us rejecting a particular type of teaching. There's so much to be learned from all of us. Every moment, everything that we experience is something that we can learn from. And if you believe it or not, if we don't learn these things, they will come around again and again and again and again until we do learn them. And that might not be necessarily this week or this year or this lifetime, but I can guarantee that the lessons will come around until they are learned. So why not learn them right away, no matter what they are, whether they're beneficial, we feel that they're beneficial at that moment or not. Make yourself comfortable, whatever that takes, by whatever means necessary, please be comfortable. Just take a moment and thank yourselves for having this practice of meditation, and for taking this time out in your busy schedule to have a practice of meditation. There's something within each of us that can deliver love to our own hearts. To love ourselves first and then spread this love out to all beings is metta, or the practice of loving kindness. So go ahead and close your eyes. Take a nice, slow, deep breath. Take a moment and forget anything that has happened in the past. If that means forgiving yourself or forgiving somebody else, please do it at this moment. And know that there is something to learn from this simple meditation. Don't disregard it, and accept it with an open heart and an open mind. Ask yourself, how do I feel when I experience unconditional love for all beings? And ask yourself, if I had the power to bestow love upon each and every being, how would that feel? Know that all beings, like yourself, have the wish to be loved and to live a life filled with happiness. So say the following words silently to yourself, allowing their meaning to both penetrate and warm the area of the heart. And allow these words to come from within. Love originates from you, from within you. May I be happy and free from all forms of suffering. May I generate genuine, unconditional love for myself so that I may feel more ease with loving others. And may the love I have for myself be continual and lasting, providing a knowing that I am loved and am very capable of loving others. May I truly appreciate myself with the understanding that I can better love others once I have loved myself. I have done well and will do well for others, and truly appreciate my past and everything that I represent and have lived for. My actions of the past and the actions that I have witnessed from others have all been important lessons. And I understand the necessity of these lessons, accepting them all, whether easy or difficult. They have been valuable learning tools. Like a parent caring for a child, I care, respect, and love myself. Upon caring and respecting myself, I equally care and respect my parents. I understand and have compassion for every experience I have shared with them. Even though it may have at times not seemed so, I know that my parents have a great deal of love for me. And of all the beings in my world, it is my parents who stand out as those I have shared the most with. I have been in their lives for many years and gladly share compassion for their happiness and well-being. It is my mother and father that have in part created me and have endured the many difficulties that having a child has brought about for them. It is with great love and admiration that I wish my mother and father loving kindness, good health, and peace of mind in daily living, wherever they may presently be. May all my relatives find peace in all that they do. May they learn to understand the true meaning of life and find an unsurpassed happiness. May all family members have success in spiritual and worldly matters. May all my family members understand and live a life that is complete, where nothing more is needed for there to be peace of mind and happiness. May they be filled with love. May all my teachers be free from suffering. I thank my teachers for delivering life's many lessons in the perfect way in which they have been delivered. I am thankful that all the teachers I have had in this life have delivered my lessons at the right time, when they were most needed and best understood. May all my teachers of the past and teachers of the future be filled with love and compassion. I have been blessed with many wonderful friends, resulting in wonderful relationships. I am appreciative of my friendships and wish for all my friends, new and old, to live life with peace of mind and love. May all those that I have called and considered friends have and continue to be respected and loved by all. May all people in all areas of the world be loved and share love with each other. May all people realize their oneness with all of love, turning any resentment into acceptance and compassion, and any animosity into goodwill and friendship. May all people have the wisdom to move beyond the hardships currently in place. May any people that I have considered unfriendly develop and have a loving and friendly way about them. May those that I have considered an enemy be peaceful in nature and receive this loving wish from me for their personal happiness. May all difficult people find it easy to be accepted into the hearts of others, filling others' lives with joy and peace. May the lives and safety of all beings be protected. May all of the pets, animals, and creatures of the world find life to be easy and safe. May all beings be at peace in daily living and rest in the knowing that their existence is important, and that every day their love can guide them to understand and realize the joy and wonder that life presents day by day. May all beings be well, happy, and peaceful. Can bring our hands together in front of us if you like. May each one of us and all beings be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to us. May no difficulties come to us. May we all meet with spiritual and worldly success. May we have the patience, and courage, and the understanding to meet and overcome any problems or difficulties that we might face in life.